Hello, this is Katie again, and I just wanted to come on here to talk about some stuff. And I'll be coloring this set. I picked it up on Amazon because I needed to add some stuff to my order, and I've been wanting this set for a while. And then I'll also show you really quickly how I put it together for storage just out of the package. So I have these sleeves. I just get them on Amazon. You can get them pretty cheap in a whole pack. So I'll tuck in the little lip there, and then I cut a card to 5.5 by 7.25, and that fits in here pretty snug. I want it to be snug, and so you kind of have to be careful not to bend the plastic or the cardstock, or else it just won't look very nice. And then I'm just using some, it's from Paper Tray ink. It's kind of like a, not confetti paper, but it's like that recycled look. I don't use on a lot of cards, so I use this for inserts as well. And then I take the stamp set, and that goes in the front, and then I flip it over, and I take the dies. And I love that Lawn Fawn switched to just putting one little sticky goop instead of those strips, so you don't have to spend forever taking stickiness off the back of your dies. I'll cut these up another day. I do it outside, so I don't have to worry about metal pieces getting loose in my house. And then I just take these magnet sheets I also get on Amazon. That is a cat hair. And on the not shiny side is the better magnet, so that will hold all of those. And then I just tuck that in the back, and then I'm good to go. And then I have a Rascog cart. I have two actually. I have one that I call my floating cart that I keep like current things in. It has a lot of Easter stuff right now. And then I also have one where I store the rest of my stamps and paper pads and stuff that's like not in season. So I'm going to be stamping some of these and coloring them while we chat, while I chat to you. I was kind of inspired by a video that Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, did, and I posted it on my Instagram stories, and she talked about, if you look her up, it's her video that says what irks me about card making, and she made a lot of very good points about, you know, trying to keep up with everybody and buy all the new products, and do I really need to buy the 6 dinosaur stamp sets, or, you know, just anything like that, and how you feel, or getting, you know, burnt out from not being able to keep up, which kind of affects your love for card making or whatever hobby that you do. But she was focusing on card making. She does a lot of painting as well. I'm just going to put these up on my Tim Holtz platform, and I'm going to probably ink them up a couple times, which is why I'm using the platform, so I get a darker. I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black. This is how I label things when I've already labeled something else the newest. So I'll just be doing that and using some Copics. I'll just show you the Copic marker color as I use it, so I don't have to tell you what it is. So anyway, so she made a lot of good points. So if you go find her video, if my computer works fast enough, I'll try and link it below. I'll find it and I'll link it below, because I think it's a really good video to watch. And so I came across that, and then I also today watched a video from a vegan YouTuber that I don't think I was actually following. It just showed up in my feed because I watch vegan videos, because I am vegan. But he posted a video, and he's just explaining, you know, he's not a super huge YouTuber or anything like that. He doesn't make a ton of money with YouTube. It's just you know, ads that play on his videos. But he talked about why he was turning off the ads on YouTube. And really it just came down to, you know, he wants to remain real. He doesn't want to lose, you know, his initial mission for his channel. He doesn't make that much on them anyway, so he doesn't need it. And even though he checked the option for it to not use commercials promoting meat and dairy products, people were letting him know that those commercials were still happening. And so he just turned it off. He doesn't care. He'll still make videos because he wants to make videos and he likes what he does, but he doesn't need the little bit of money it was bringing him in. So anyway, I kind of felt compelled to talk about a little bit, kind of a similar thing. I don't monetize my videos. I don't have enough subscribers. I think it's based off of views, like number of views that you have overall. You have to hit a certain number before you can start monetizing videos. And I think you need 1,000 subscribers anyway. But I didn't start making videos on YouTube because I was hoping someday I could monetize them and get ad money. I just started doing it because it was kind of it wasn't a fear of doing it that I wanted to overcome. It was more just like, I guess, figuring out, okay, what do people want to watch about crafting? I think my first video ever was a haul, if you go find it, on a terrible camera. But it was, you know, not having great resources when it came to a phone or a camera, because I had less technology back then. But it was that, and you're just overcoming the whole, I don't want to edit a video. I haven't edited a video this whole time either. Not wanting to edit videos because I don't want it to take up that much of my time, or else it won't be fun anymore. I didn't want to, I knew I wanted to be able to like pause so I didn't have to edit videos. So if I did like cut out a bunch of images or something, I didn't want to have you sit there waiting for me to be done. I think that first stamp was actually good enough for me. If I stamp it again, it might be too much. I will clean these guys off later. And we can color a little bit. So I'm gonna actually cut out this section so I'm not sitting here with the whole piece of paper. I don't know what paper this is, I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of white paper. I bought a pack of like Nina Solar White, I think, a small pack from my local craft store. It could be that. It could be paper tray ink. It's probably paper tray ink, just the white. I think it's called, I don't actually know what it's called. I don't want to use the wrong name because I could be confusing it with Stampin' Up, which I don't have. So this is either paper tray ink or the Nina Solar White. Anyway, I started making videos because I wanted to, I don't know, I just wanted to share, and I wanted to be part of contributing eventually to, you know, showing people how to do things, or just giving people videos to watch, because I liked watching them as well. I'm not very good at talking and also sorting out Copic colors, by the way. I'm gonna look for my Y35, and I'll use Y15. And my markers are in front of me now, so I'm kind of picking through. There we go. Okay. I'll use Y35 and Y15 on the duckies. So I just wanted to make videos just for fun, and I just kind of felt accomplished when I got something uploaded, and if anybody was interested in it or wanted to watch it, then it just made me happy that somebody was, I don't know, interested enough to watch, I guess. But so that was really it. I never wanted, I don't even like selling my cards. Not only am I not good at it, but I don't want it to become a job. I don't want to have to fulfill an order or anything like that, which I've done a few of, but I don't like it. It stresses me out, and I don't make cards as well. It's nothing like when I was in school and I would do my assignments, the night before they were due, and it was my best work. It's just a very different situation. So I never wanted card making to turn into that. Once I found out more about how, YouTubers and influencers, not necessarily card making people, there are some of them out there, but once I realized that influencers more so, like not crafty people, they make money for sponsored ads and sponsoring or posting an ad for something that they probably don't necessarily like that much. And I just think that's completely fake and obnoxious, and I hate that, and I never wanted to become anyone like that. There are crafters and bigger crafters who, and I'm not saying this is bad by any means or that I look down on these people, but they'll get sent, free product in order to review it, and I do like that. Most of them, they'll give honest reviews because that's what they're allowed to do. So they'll say, I was sent this, but I'm going to give an honest review of the product, and they do, and it's not always positive, which is fine. But I just know that I never wanted to do that. And so when I did have, I definitely colored outside the lines right there. I can't talk in color. This is not going to turn out very well, just so you know. I was, there was a paper company, and somebody had said, I reached out to this paper company and they gave me, $50 to spend on paper, and I just have to do these projects for them and post blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, who was the company and how do I do this? I want free paper. But so I reached out, and they just, surprisingly, it was just too easy, which probably was the first bad sign. And they just were like, oh yeah, fill out this questionnaire. And then they were like, okay, your start date is this, you'll have $50 to spend on paper, and this will be, I think this marker is a little dry, sorry. And this will be your, I need projects, this many projects within this time frame, blah, blah, blah. And so when I was reading through, so not only when it got closer to the date, I had like zero contact with the person. They didn't get back to me. It was just a person representing the company, basically. I'm going to try and use my C2, go a little bit lighter. That was C5 and C3. So I'm going to try and blend out with a little lighter color on my C2. I think it was like the day before I was supposed to start, and I messaged and I was like, oh, I haven't heard from you, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, we're just a little bit behind. It's just going to be a little bit later. But then she was like, oh, I'll email you this thing and you can read it and sign it. And it was basically like the agreement. And I read through it, and it just didn't quite match up with what she had said before. And I was like, I don't want paper this bad. I don't care. And so I just, as politely as I could, I just emailed back, and I was like, I don't have time for this commitment. I'm really sorry to waste your time, but I don't want to do this. And she never replied back at all, which was also, I don't know, kind of strange to me. But anyway, so that was, when I didn't have a good feeling about it, was just the first hint that, like, I don't want this to be the start of me just like pimping products that I don't like or whatever. And I didn't want to have to post things with a watermark for another company, just stuff like that. Is as soon as I turn this into free products or anything like that, then it's not fun anymore. It's a job, and that's not what I'm here for. So like I said, if that's what you want to do and you still love what you do and you get free product to review and you have the time for that stuff, by all means, you do you. But it's just not what I wanted. Let's see, orange back. I'm gonna do this soap pink. I'm gonna do, my favorite combo is RV13 and RV14. I just can't get away from it. I'm trying to think of, you know, I try to use other combos, but I just can't. I love it too much. I think I did a refill on this one, so it's always, I'm just gonna do the bubbles pink too. It's always a lot brighter now. Anyway, so another thing that's going on with YouTube is there are a lot of channels, a handful of channels that I watch. I'm going to clear my throat. I'm so sorry. A handful of channels that I watch that include minors in their videos, and YouTube, I don't know if you've heard about it at all, has been like disabling comments of these channels when it really isn't a problem, honestly. And because they're trying to stop, basically, I think, pedophiles from coming in and commenting weird things. But it's hurting the channels more than it's helping the situation, which these channels are claiming, you know, we've never seen comments like that. I don't know what you're talking about. By all means, you know, we want to help, but this isn't the way to do it. So there's people, like advertising people that are pulling out from these channels, so they're not getting their ad revenue when they depend on that. So it's just another reason to not depend on YouTube for your income, or the internet, or being an influencer, especially if your mom tries to pay your way into college and all of your advertisers drop out and now you have no job. But, you know, just a handful of reasons. But so there's that problem going on right now with a bunch of people having just comments on every single one of their videos disabled. Past videos are getting their comments disabled. And if the comments can't be restored, there's one channel in particular, which is called Special Books by Special Kids. It's a very good channel and they do a lot of good work. And there are, you know, people that were featured in videos in the past that have passed away from their conditions, and their families kind of depended on those comments, those nice comments from strangers, as like therapy almost. And now the comments are gone. And so they're very, very upset. But it's not definite. And I never wanted to put myself in a situation where, you know, your job wasn't for sure. I'd say that no job is really for sure, but I feel I'm more secure in my office job than I would be, I don't know, making cards for a living. But then again, like I said, I don't want to do that because then it's a job. So I guess anyone here who is trying to make that their goal, if as long as you know that's what you really want and you know what you're getting yourself into, then go for it. I will cheer you on 100% because that's what you want to do. But if you don't realize what everything that comes with it, then you're going to get into something that, you know, you can't get out of, or it's not going to last. And in that, you do have to feel like you have to keep up with all of the products. So if you're not being supplied products, you have to be constantly buying all the new stamp sets and die sets and entire releases and things like that. And again, Lindsay makes a lot of good points in her video, so I'll link that down below. But I hope that a lot of you that are making videos that might feel that way, that your channel isn't growing or you're not getting enough views, that you don't really let it get to you, and that you're doing it for the fun of it, or for the 1 or 2 people you're going to reach who, you know, really wanted to see what you made, or had a stamp set that you had and didn't know what to do with it, and maybe you inspired them. So if you're here to create content for fun and you don't feel pressured, or you're not under deadlines because it's not your job, then I hope that you don't feel overwhelmed and that you still enjoy YouTube. Or if this helps you, if you haven't started a channel and you want to just for the fun of it, but you're worried about not getting enough subscribers or not, you know, growing fast enough, then I hope that this inspires you to try. I'm filming this on my phone. I will probably, depending on how long it is, upload it from my phone. I don't edit things. It's just so simple to just start sharing what you love doing with other people who love doing the same thing, and doing it for the fun of it without feeling the pressure of having to become the best card maker in the world. There are so many great card makers out there, and I mean, anyone at any point is going to feel probably inadequate, or like, I don't know, I guess just like you're not good enough. But when I look at those people or their cards, and I'm just amazed by their talent and the work they can do, and these cards that they come up with from scratch, because honestly, I have to look at Pinterest all the time. I'm not very good at orchestrating cards together. I can definitely reproduce things, but and apparently cannot color that well while I'm talking or stay in the lines. But I look at them and I just, you know, I save their posts as inspiration, and maybe someday when I have that much time, I will make a card that fancy. But for now, it's just really nice inspiration. I've taught myself to not, you know, feel inadequate compared to it. It's just, I don't know, kind of getting over that and just doing you. And if you want to create and post, go right ahead, but don't, you know, don't make it a competition, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure what else, any other points that I was thinking of today, or if any of this made sense. But if it helped you at all, feel free to let me know in the comments, or don't. I apologize for my voice. I was sick for a week, like 2-3 weeks ago, and my throat has still not recovered, and it's very dry and still a little raspy. So I apologize for that. And I apologize for my terrible coloring, because I can't focus on thinking and talking unless I'm talking about the coloring that I'm doing, apparently. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.